And with that, I would like to hand over to a very special person coming from Motherson Innovation. Please welcome Barry Painter, who's going to talk more about sustainability in the mobility sector. Please welcome.
Thank you very much. Well, I think Monica set the scene really well there. There's been a little bit of a change of tone around sustainability across the automotive industry in recent years. Various other headwinds getting in the way, going out of favor a little bit, but I think of these as just bumps in the road. The direction we need to go hasn't changed. The climate challenge we have hasn't changed. The social challenge, all of these things exist. So sustainability for the future is definitely here to stay. So I was looking at what to call this session. And I thought I was being clever by coming up with a word that mixes sustainability and innovation, or Sustainovation. But actually it exists. It's already there. And it basically means solutions for the future of our planet and how those are achieved whilst creating economic and social value. And I think that's the important message. If we want sustainability to remain central to our agenda, it has to create value, it has to be good for the people of our planet, take care of the environment, but it has to be good for business. And that's fundamentally the way we look at this. So I'm proud to say Motherson has been part of Startup Autobahn for 7 years. We're just going into our 8th year. And we use this term, proud to be part of, in Motherson. And we're very, very proud to be part of this whole ecosystem and learning from the huge intellectual horsepower. Hang on, we can't say horsepower anymore, can we? Sorry, intellectual kilowatts of power that we get from all of you. And that's really how the future is going to be made possible. So I take you through very quickly a little bit of the story of Motherson. So we are 50 years old. We're nothing like as old as Mercedes, Daimler, and some of DXC earlier on are giving us a story on their age too, which is great. But we're proud to be 50 years old now and listed in India, founded in India, but now all over the world. But why is it relevant to a startup environment? Well, effectively, Motherson was a startup. So we started in 1975 in a very startup mentality before the word even really existed. How did we do that? Well, we came from the origins of having our chairman and his mother creating the company, hence the name, Motherson. And effectively, this was supported at the time by the chairman's father. So he was a silver trader, so we started off with what we would call our founders, if this would change, there we go, with $12 US as a silver trader. Okay, so very, very humble beginnings. And that really is the tone of voice of Motherson that we've continued with ever since the 50 years we've now had. What was a game changer for us was when, in 1983, the automotive industry in India was in our attention, and they asked us, could you make a T-coupler over the weekend to prove that you could be a supplier into our industry? We successfully did that. And that started our future and brought us to where we are today. So we're now in 47 countries around the world. We employ more than 200,000 people, and we have a huge growth ambition for what the future can be. And you can see here, it's not a small company, but maybe one of the biggest companies you've never heard of. That attitude has also opened up for us with that startup mentality continuing, that we're being trusted to expand into other industries. So we're now supplying into aerospace, we're supplying into health and medical, we're going into electronics, and there's much, much more to come. But all of this is taking that attitude that we are a startup. We're a startup in a new industry, and we'll continue with that agility. Our purpose statement is really built around that. So we go after what is an attempt through building trust to continuously delight everybody who puts trust in us. Go after seemingly impossible goals so that we can provide sustainable opportunities for our associates, and that we're proud to be part of something larger than ourselves. And that attitude is upheld by our vision, which is to be a preferred sustainable solution provider to our customers. We don't do anything that our customers don't want us to do. So now switching to the topic of Sustainovation. What is Sustainovation? Well, there are the 4 elements to that, and effectively you have to look at a focus on sustainability and be innovative about how you do that. You have to look at solving problems through innovation, and that's what all of you as startups are doing. You have to have a long-term perspective. This is not something that's going to be around just for the next year, 2 years. We have a long-term vision as to what we do. Everything Motherson gets involved in is for the interest of taking it for a long-term future. And we have to have an interdisciplinary procedure to do that. We have to have an approach where everybody is helping each other. Otherwise, it simply will not happen. So as you focus on the first piece of that sustainability focus, innovation considering environmental protection, resource efficiency. How do we get to the point where we're looking at a business as a triple bottom line? We're looking at profit, we're looking at the planet, and we're looking at the people. The next piece of the puzzle, innovative problem solving, creativity with new technology, new strategies, things that we want to do with sustainability that can actually be disruptive, yet responsible. The next piece of this, if it'll move, it's stuck. Why is it not moving? There we go. Long-term perspective, okay? Solutions have to have an enduring and positive impact. I'm not going to read them out, but if you look at the 10 R's up there, we constantly assess ourselves. How many of those 10 R's are we actually working towards as a global manufacturing specialist? And that's what we really focus on. How do we use all of these within a manufacturing specialist capacity that's allowing us to expand? And then, of course, we have an interdisciplinary approach. We will not do it on our own. We have to work together, startups, with our customers, with regulators, with the investors who trust us and put their money into our business. So all of these really are building trust, essential. Social impact, a just transition. We're 200,000 people, not including all the supply chain for Motherson, so it's huge. So we have to think about a just transition. And then we have the combined will to be successful. If we all want to solve these problems and we all work together to do it, it will happen, it will be possible. So all of those things together really summarize what Sustainovation is for us. And hopefully that's something that you will see the connection between the solutions that are here and the exhibits. Some of what we're exhibiting here together, please go and have a look and see what those are. And I summarize that together, working together, creating solutions for a sustainable future. It is possible. So we have 3 startups that we've worked carefully with that we're exhibiting here. If you haven't already seen them, please go and see them. Only one of those is actually classified as being related to sustainability, but I challenge that. Wherever you use AI, it makes things more efficient. That is leading towards a more sustainable future. So technology in any form is helping us achieve that. And I'm very, very proud to be able to be here and give you that short, brief snapshot on the approach that we're taking. But it would be wrong for us to not finish by once again saying happy birthday to Startup Autobahn, and thank you very much. We're super proud to be part of this story. Thank you.